The worst thing any of us could do would be to think that the union is some automatic thing, that the contracts get negotiated automatically, and that everybody always gets a raise every year.
Today, the challenges are different and serious. We are the target of blame, the scapegoats of those who have abandoned their fiscal and moral responsibility to the kids.
Remember Bill Green's lie? He said, every single stakeholder has stepped up to help the district. It's time for the Philadelphia Federation of Teachers to share in that sacrifice. He wasn't alone in the lie.
Principals and janitors alike have taken pay cuts over the last 2 years. They have already agreed to similar health care benefit changes. I support this.
I am very proud of what the SRC has accomplished.
Remember how harsh and punitive the SRC's first contract proposals were? Salaries reduced by as much as 13%. Payments of 13% of health care premiums. Premiums guaranteed to cost members more every year. Raises controlled by the principal, not the contract. End of union managed dental, optical, and prescription coverage. Legal services for members, gone too. And longer school days. The SRC demanded their whole package. In a move meant to intimidate the PFT, union negotiators, and members, the SRC threatened to unilaterally implement their take-back demands. They threatened the loss of every member's teaching certificate who dared strike. The challenges didn't end with contract negotiations. Governor Corbett continued to cut the state's contribution to the school district, directly leading to cuts in the schools. Hundreds of positions went unfunded. 100 school nurses, gone. Certified librarians, only 6 in all of our 218 schools. The number of counselors, student advisors, and social service liaisons were cut by more than half. Sports, music, books, all reduced or eliminated. And charter schools continued to drain funds from the public schools. Then, like thieves in the night, on October 6, 2014, the SRC voted unanimously to cancel the PFT contract.
I support this.
The perfect example of the total disrespect for the teachers and other school employees who work in the school district of Philadelphia.
They immediately announced work rules and health care changes. The PFT mobilized members to fight back. The union utilized all of its legal options and bolstered its political and election campaign activities. The union challenged the SRC actions in court. Meanwhile, the union rallied thousands of citizens, students, and members against the contract cancellation. On October 19, 2014, the PFT won one of our biggest victories. A Philadelphia Common Pleas judge granted an injunction against the SRC, putting a hold on any contract changes. We redoubled our efforts to defeat an incumbent governor for the first time since 1854. We did it, and we won. Our efforts continued on the political and legal fronts. In March, the governor demoted SRC Chairman Bill Green, proving that elections do matter. The PFT was among the earliest endorsers. For the fall general election, thousands of members canvassed, made phone calls, and worked at the polls. The effort paid off. Kenny won in a landslide, and Helen outpolled every other at-large council candidate. And, supremely important, 3 new judges, 3 Democratic judges, were elected to the Supreme Court for 10-year terms. In February, a judge ruled in the PFT's favor and ordered the school district to hire back the counselors. In May, we rallied and met with members of the legislature, seeking full and equitable funding of public education. On August 15, 2016, the state Supreme Court ruled in our favor, stating that the SRC could not cancel our contract. Eventually, sporadically, and reluctantly, the SRC returned to the bargaining table. They finally made an offer. Even understanding the financial and political restraints of the situation, that the SRC had created its own financial mess and had squandered millions of dollars by opening dozens of new charters, by paying overpriced lawyers to fight its own employees, and reckless budgeting, we rejected the offer because it didn't do enough.
Because it's disrespectful of the years of sacrifice.
It looked as though the 4-year status quo would continue. The union wouldn't bring you a proposal it couldn't recommend. But more money, property tax monies dedicated to the school district, was found. We agreed to the improved terms. Terms that reject most SRC demands. 5 to 13% pay cuts, rejected. Up to 13% of health care premium payment, rejected. Elimination of health and welfare and legal services, rejected. Longer school day, rejected. Control of prep time, rejected. Highlights of the new contract include: it's for 4 years. Lump sum payments or raises for every member in every contract year. Some step payments are retroactive and come with an immediate payment. Retained current medical plan at less cost to members. Employees will pay only a small percentage of their salaries, not of premiums, towards health care. Layoffs or forced transfers remain seniority-based. The contract proposal includes terms and protections that your officers and executive board have voted on and agreed to recommend that members accept and ratify. Philadelphia Federation of Teachers President, Jerry Jordan.